All right. Okay.
Hell yeah. Now we're back for real this time. Hopefully, if you guys can hear us.
All right, we can do that intro again. It was really good. So yes.
Yeah. You guys missed an insane intro. It was actually, oof, was that a good intro? Damn.
But yeah, we took a small break. So for the people just showing up, let's paint the scene that we've got going so far. We've got MDVA versus Florida. Round one was Tyler Swift versus Gatsu, and Tyler Swift won with one stock left. So they sent in Mewtwo King, took Tyler Swift's last stock. So Tyler Swift is out for MDVA. Gatsu is out for Florida. Mewtwo King is in right now, but it is MDVA's counter pick advantage.
True.
So yeah, Tyler Swift did very well leading that team into the counter pick war.
Yeah, going 4 for 4, already pretty good given how stacked Florida's rosters are. It's no secret that Florida's kind of the favorites coming into this. Not to say MDVA has no chance, but it's tough. So going 4 for 4 and getting counter pick advantage right off the start is a pretty good start for them, for sure.
Florida with 4 top 20 players, miraculously the second seed of this tournament.
Yeah,
I think SoCal's the first seed.
Yeah, I haven't looked at all the. Let's see, I probably just have it here. Yeah, SoCal's crew is also stacked. So with Mango, SUJ, Lucky, Kadorn, Null, Android Zero, some of the new school players on that as well, which, you know, some of the newer viewers might recognize some of them, or some of the people who only kind of watch the big tournaments might not know some of them as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those players like Null and Android Zero are like upward trajectory players. Mm-hmm. On any given day, I will have no idea how good they are because they're always better.
It's true.
They're always way better than they were the last time.
You watched them last week? That's outdated information already.
You actually know nothing.
Exactly. They've reinvented themselves. They're completely different too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But in this one, I imagine we kind of talked about it a little bit before the break about who we expect the counter pick to be. Probably you don't send in a Yoshi to counter pick Mewtwo King Sheik, right?
Yeah.
So you probably want to send in either the Falco or the Peach, which will be Bones or Mog. So
Beezum, though, apparently yesterday Beezum took 7 stocks to beat the Southeast crew. So Beezum putting in a lot of work in these crew battles, but yeah, I wouldn't think, just purely on the matchup standpoint, I wouldn't think that would be a counter pick.
It's
you kind of counter picking yourself.
Yeah, Yoshi kind of has no choice here. Like Beezum is probably gonna have to fight a Sheik because there's 3 Sheiks and a Marth left, and that's it.
Ideally they maintain counter pick advantage enough to send Beezum in versus Forest.
Yeah, exactly.
You want the Yoshi versus the Marth.
Yeah, that is a matchup that is at the very least very hard for Marth to learn. It's very counterintuitive to play. A lot of Marth traditional strengths are not strengths against Yoshi. I do think Yoshi probably loses to Marth once you play it super optimally. I think Yoshi's just kind of like, the way you beat Yoshi is by like really exploiting the weaknesses, and Marth can still do that. It's just, it's not done by exploiting Marth's strengths, it's done by exploiting Yoshi's weaknesses.
Yeah, I don't think Yoshi beats any of the top tiers, but if Yoshi has a best matchup, it's Marth.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're excluding Ice Climbers from the top tier, which I think most people do it in 2021.
And the mid tier, and maybe even the low tier.
They're not that bad. You take that back.
I'm a resident Ice Climber hater, so I had to throw in a little jab there.
You were a hater. You would say that they're not bad, because why would you hate a bad character, right?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm using the hater in the word of just I do not believe in Ice Climbers.
You don't believe it? Okay, you're not an Ice Climbers believer.
I thought they were like bottom 5 pre-wobbling ban, and then we nerfed them, and I'm like, oh, that's rough for them.
5? Why?
Well, I always joked that they had like 23 or 22 losing matchups, and then Ginger informed me that they actually lose to Kirby because Short Hop Suck is too powerful. So it's actually 24 losing matchups. So I'm like, oh, that's too bad.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You're an Ice Climbers main, right? How do you feel about the Ice Climbers Kirby matchup?
I've never lost to a Kirby.
Oh, well, maybe you haven't dealt with Short Hop Suck.
I guess not. I've never played Ginger's Kirby.
Yeah. Low-key, he money matched me at a tournament one time in Kirby versus Peach. and it was last hit, last stock. I barely won. And I was like, dang, okay, this Kirby's pretty good.
Yeah, but I feel like Ginger's Kirby versus my Ice Climbers wouldn't be very indicative of the matchup because he's just so much better than me that any character with a back air could probably beat me.
True, back air.
At that point, like, am I learning anything or am I just learning how much better Ginger is than I am?
Or how much better back air is than Ice Climbers. You're like, nope, stop this propaganda.
It's just silly.
Oh man. So
are they playing already? No. They were just chilling next to the ledge with each other.
Oh yeah. So we do see the players are currently on stage warming up. They've only had about an hour to do so, so it's understandable they need a little bit longer. And it will be Mog versus Mewtwo King. So kind of as we predicted, being either the Peach or the Falco. And this is pretty good because the counter pick for Peach is okay, I guess. Getting to get Dreamland. I don't know what.
Yeah. So. At the very least, you want Dreamland. Oh, yeah. Although they get a ban. They get one ban. So if they're sending in Mog, they'll probably ban Dreamland.
Yeah, unless Mewtwo King likes this stage as well. I don't think it's like because Sheik has like the maneuverability advantage. So big stages sometimes aren't as bad if you're willing to grind out the neutral, right? So
yeah,
Mewtwo King just wants to do that. See the waiting for game stream. What is Mewtwo King? He just shows up as a Game & Watch real quick. Nice, that did show up on stream, so they saw it too. So, is he trying to? Wait, he's trying to do. Oh, you know what's happening? Mewtwo King's fighting for port priority.
Yeah, he's fighting for port priority. He wants the down throw forward air advantage or down throw follow-ups.
Yeah, Mewtwo King is the optimal player. You know, he looks for the little advantages at all cost. Oh man, wasn't he already the second port, or does he want port 1 in this matchup for some reason? I don't know.
No, you want to be the lower or the higher number port.
Yeah, and that's what he is already. So unless it's
Mog, he is.
Maybe Mog is asking for port priority here. You know? We just assumed it's Mewtwo King because we're like, Mewtwo King, am I right? But actually, no, Mog doesn't care. That makes sense. We just got word to production. It's definitely Mewtwo King.
All right, they're going and they're playing on Fountain of Dreams. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so you probably did ban Dreamland. This is a pretty good stage for Peach as well. Probably second best overall. So this is a matchup. Oh, go ahead. Go first.
I was gonna say I bet Mewtwo King asked for port priority, and even though Mog doesn't care, I bet he said no.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, he could have just given it to him.
I could totally see that as well. He's like, you know what? I don't care, but I want you to care. So just gets his advantage that way. So yeah, no, I see. This is a funny matchup for Mewtwo King in particular. I think that like over the years, he generally went Marth against Armada, and like 1 or 2 times he tried the Sheik, and it just went well. You know, like I think there was a crew battle where he did Sheik against Armada and just like won straight up 4 stocks and 4. It's like, yeah, he's just really good at this character too. You know?
Yeah, I actually think the first time that Mewtwo King beat Armada was with Fox though.
Yeah, way back when at like Skadar or something.
I don't remember. I do remember it was a 2 out of 3 though.
Yep, yeah, true. Mewtwo right now looking like he has a lot of control. This is kind of like Sheik's strength in the matchup is just kind of like pacing. She has like faster movement, so she can kind of dictate the pace a little bit. But Peach is kind of a tank who can way out punish and stuff. She does it right. Really nice edge guard there though.
Yeah, I like that for Mog to use the float to refresh into stability on the wedge.
Ooh, finding an up air. Another up air. Ooh, gets the double into the tech chase.
Right off though. Caught him out of shield. What was that turnip down?
Yeah, and going out there with a down air. And Mog actually takes the stock first. MDVA maintaining their stock lead over the entire crew battle, right? They haven't lost it yet.
Can't believe he's just going out there to contest the Shido stall.
Yeah, just naring it.
Yeah, he's like, I know this is invincible, but you know what? Nair down smash.
Peach is kind of bad at contesting it because she's not super fast at like tricking you with the wave. Oh my god, the double turnip hit.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, I like that he's just like clanking with it, right? So he's not taking any damage from the poof, so it's actually not as risky as it looks. And sometimes the hitting the poof throws out their timing because the hit lag kind of like changes up a bit.
Oh my goodness, and the bomb.
Do you keep it? I can throw these away. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's terrifying when you're at high percent, your opponent's at low percent, because like a trade on the bomb would kill you, right? So he just goes like way off stage and throws it back on far away. Good edge guard by Mewtwo King though. That could have been a deficit that would have grown, but I'm taking 12%.
I can't wait for Mog to tweet out how much he destroyed Mewtwo King on Twitter in the crew battle, and then Mewtwo King has to tweet money match any amount right now.
Can you imagine Mewtwo King tweeting that? He would just be like, "You're stupid, lol."
Or he would be like, money match $1,000? Question mark.
Oh, the double! I really like Peaches just throwing turnips on Chino skulls, dude. And even though it doesn't really do anything, the Sheiks just get more stressed when they're juggling 3 turnips with their Chino stalls.
Yeah, they're like stuck there. They have to keep Chino stalling until it's done.
Oh,
All
that
right.
close out. 78% last stock. Mog almost doing it. That would have been pretty big to maintain the counter pick advantage, but Mewtwo King steals it back.
Yep, that was actually a really great round for Mog.
Yeah.
he almost just won.
Yeah, and he almost had him, right? He had him off stage, like he had a chance to actually
Mhm.
make it happen. So
Yeah.
very cool stuff. Damn. So good matches so far. This has actually been extremely competitive, keeping it down within 1 stock apiece.
Yeah, it's been really close, but Florida has snatched the counter pick advantage away from MDVA. So
Mhm. Yeah, and they've seemed to just have a little bit more of these like looming threats in the background. Especially with Plup, who's just like this monster who's like, who are they gonna counter pick, Mewtwo King Plup with? Now they showed that they can keep up with Mewtwo King, so maybe they can also just keep up with Plup, But yeah, it should be kind of fun to watch as we see who they send in here. Probably still saving the Yoshi for the Marth if possible. So do you send in Bones and hope he doesn't get gimped 3 times, or you send in a Marth?
sending in Bones. Yeah, you really just gotta pray that he doesn't get back thrown, right? Classic.
Knowing Mewtwo King too, it's very likely that he actually just like go straight to the ledge at the start, because he's going to be 1 stock to 4, and he's kind of like looking to eke out as much of an advantage as he can here. So it probably is pretty smart to play that way. And that being said, Bones is a very methodical player, and I imagine that he's not one who would get like shook by that kind of play style, like he would play his game plan, go to the ledge trapping, spacing, and then try to mix up the wave dash back or something, and I imagine he's pretty down for that. So my guess is that they do indeed send in Bones here, because
every time I think we're over in 2021 the Mewtwo King Gimps, he lets us know that they still work. I'm always reminded of, I don't remember which Fox he was playing. Was it SFAT or IBDW, when the commentators were like, actually don't think the ledge matters here. And then he gets back thrown. He's like, oh, it did. It totally did matter.
That IBDW set was insane. I think he like.
Oh, it was IBDW.
Yeah, I think so. And he like ends up giving him, and he was at like very high percent. And then even the gimp itself was crazy. He had to go for like a big read off stage that like might have killed him if he missed and stuff. And it's like, he's crazy.
Yeah, it's like I think we've moved on as a meta from getting back thrown by Mewtwo King, and we're just not. We're still there.
Yeah. No, I like to say that like sometime in the future, the corner will be a bad place to be in Melee. Like center stage control will be good in the future, but we're not quite there yet. Sometimes center stage doesn't matter still. It's just too difficult to catch in on that advantage.
So right now, MDVA needs somebody who could potentially just take Mewtwo King stock without losing theirs.
Yeah, and since the character choices are Yoshi, Falco, Marth, I think you got to send in the Falco. That being said, you're going to be fighting a Cheek after anyways. So.
You need somebody who has a very strong counter pick, right? But can't be counter picked as hard back, because that's just what's going to happen. They're going to be counter picked immediately. So sending in Bones is good. They will get Forest to counter pick him to. Well, I guess they can't go FD. They get 1 ban.
Right. There's also a
chance that's not bad then.
Yeah, there also is a chance that they want to try to just save Forest to try to like. Well, it depends how many stocks Falco has afterwards, right? So
looks like they're going to send in Vintage the Marth.
Interesting.
So a Marth versus Mewtwo King's Sheik.
Yep.
This could be doable, especially if they go Yoshi's. He'll ban probably FD.
Yep.
And then go either Yoshi's or Stadium. I'm not sure.
Yeah, looking for one of those platform tippers or something. So
just get an easy early kill.
Yeah, this isn't one where, like, as the Marth, you can't be like, well, I don't want to fight Sheik, because there's 3 Sheiks on the enemy team. So it's like, you're going to be fighting a Sheik regardless, so you may as well go in against one that has 1 stock and then get counterpicked by another Sheik, right? Like, so probably fine.
Word on the street is Vintage is the best Marth in MDVA, which is huge if true, which means that Vintage is the best player in the world. So
True.
So Muta King actually is going to be very hard for him to take a stock from Vintage, aka the best player in the world.
Hey, I didn't think about that. So MDVA just could have had Zane on the crew, right? He just
right. I'm not sure why he's not there. Watch Vintage actually be like Zane's like
Smurf. It's like,
Marth.
Yeah. It's a different colored Marth or something. Like it's just, it's like, oh yeah, my white Marth, Vintage.
The Vintage Marth.
That's funny. Yeah. Do you think they're fighting for port priority again? For he's like, I need port 4 for forward throw stuff, and them ditto.
Does Muta King want port priority? I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know if down throw fair is just easier with Cheek at like exactly 74% or something. Like,
I bet down throw up air is, because that's already a tight timing.
Yeah, down throw dash back up air on DI back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the regrab at exactly 4% or something.
Or even like low mid percent where like if you do the down throw forward tilt, you basically get nothing if they DI out. You can do the dash forward up air instead, and you can get a up air forward air or something. You get more follow-ups off of that. I bet port priority would help in that instance.
Yeah, same with the chain grab. You can chain grab DI away at super low percent and stuff, so who knows? But also maybe Vintage is just like, yeah, I don't care, go wherever. And he's like, no, we have to game and watch. I've had people who would tell me, I was like, all right, let's rock, paper, scissors. And they're like, no, you can go wherever. And I was like, no, I get my momentum from rock, paper, scissors. You don't understand.
You will not deny me my rock, paper, scissors. It's indicative of my performance.
Exactly. I will get the first read of the set. You can't stop
I need
me.
a good or a bad omen.
So Vintage, the Silver Surfer. And we're off. They're going to Yoshi Story, which is kind of what we wanted to see with one of these like low tipper platform stages to see if Marth can kind of find a kill. He does get the first hit.
Yeah. If I'm, coming in trying to cause an upset, I'm going Yoshi's because anything can happen here. I feel like all the shenanigans that could possibly happen here.
Yeah, you call in your favors, get the Shy Guys to come in and defend you, get Randall to block a certain edge guard or something.
Yeah.
Boom.
I don't want those big stages where consistency matters more than cheese.
Yeah, like neutral game and gross,
Oh, he's playing like crazy though. Oh, no, when it just takes one. Oh, I thought he was going to do it.
That's that Sheik stuff. That's having that confidence to just run off forward air. Your character's pretty good at coming back from those sort of positions. So. Oh, and there's Beauty King on the ledge. I don't think the ledge is going to matter much here. Oh, no!
I wonder if he was waiting for Randall.
Right. I know Armada used to do that, but that's because Peach actually has no way of coming off the ledge.
Oh, a lot of overextensions, I feel like, coming from Vintage.
Yeah, nothing
the fake PC drop?
Yep.
The missed PC drop?
There you go. That's how you get Mewtwo King off the ledge. You just wait, and eventually...
Yeah, you just you have to check his controller. Like, is that his ledge dash controller?
Right.
No, I think that's his shield drop controller. And then
like
you just let him hang out on the ledge.
It's like ledge dashing, and it's like 7 out of 10. You're like 7 out of 10. All right, yeah, I can wait. Oh man. Well, imagine
if it's like baseball players memorizing the pitching signs of the other team, and you just memorize Mewtwo King's controller bag to know which controllers are bad at what.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, okay, this one he chose his pivot controller, right? So his shield drops aren't very good on this one. So we'll contest him on the platforms,
but not contest the pivots. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so who's going in next? And now that Mewtwo King's gone, it's Plup, Crudo, or Forest. So it's still just Sheik or Marth as the counter picks. So I imagine we continue to save the Marth forever, or you just send in the Marth because you have someone with a lot of stocks, and you just want Forest to fight someone not with like 1 stock, because you don't want to get counterpicked with Yoshi right away. You want to take some stocks and then get counterpicked with Yoshi.
Yeah. I do think it's really funny sometimes when people will contemplate the strategy behind choosing who to go in and who not, and then you have on the actual side of the crew someone saying, I'm actually going to run to the store real quick.
Yeah.
Can you send in Plup? Like Fruita's like, I really don't want to play right now.
I don't know if you saw, if you like follow Guilty Gear at all, but there was just a big like 10 or 15 for 15 or something. I don't know. 10v10, I think. USA versus Japan. And they were talking about how like on the Japan Discord, they were all like strategizing and talking about it. And they're like, all right, we can save this guy for this guy. And then they go to the USA Discord and Justin Wong is like, guys, I'm at a family cookout right now. Just let me know when I got to play, you know? And then he's like, all right, guys, I actually have to play right now. I'm about to go to, so like, can I go next? And then he goes next and they're like, guys, I don't know how to play this matchup at all. You shouldn't have sent me. And then we're like, oh no. Like,
that's funny. Yeah. It sometimes commentators, it's fun to theorize, right? Because that's the best we can do. The best we can do is speculate because we're not there.
Yeah.
But sometimes there really is nothing going on in your favorite top player's head.
Yep.
Sometimes they're not really thinking.
Yeah. I used to like, I would just like pick random colors at tournaments. Like I was a red Falco and then I would go to a tournament and I'm like, you know what? I'm green today. And then I would just know that, you know, the first 5 minutes of whatever match I'm playing is the commentator's like, oh, is he green today? Why is he switching to green? What do you think? Is he done with red? Maybe it's a playstyle thing. And I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like being green today.
You got to give the players the benefit of the doubt. You got to give them credit because you have no choice but to do so.
Right.
Like if they make a decision, you have to just assume it's a decision. Sometimes it's not. Right. Sometimes they don't know why they did that.
I don't know. I'm hitting forward smash here. Ooh, what do you think he was thinking about with that forward smash? And they're just like, I don't know. Forward smash goes burr.
They were probably thinking, I bet this'll work.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs strategy, you know?
Yeah.
So I see some players warming up on Dreamland. It does look like we have a Sheik player here.
Yep. We got Plup.
Sending out the big guns quick. Sometimes people like to save their strongest players like the anchor, and sometimes you just try to cash in on it for the biggest payoff, where your Plup versus a Marth might be, you know, the most one-sided that he can find, so he just takes those 3 stocks as quick as he can. So
yeah.
Vintage looked real nice though, so maybe he's ready. Imagine though that Marth comes in, beats both Mewtwo King and Plup, and then they just end up winning the crew battle. That's a resume shot, you know?
Did you watch any of the... I saw somewhat recently, Zane uploaded it to YouTube, Zane versus Plup friendlies. They played for like a pretty big session. It was some of the best Melee I've seen Plup play, and I'm like, is he just like the best player in the world again?
Yeah. Yeah, Plup's got this aura around him where we're like, he could lose, but also he might just be the best. I'm not sure, you know? Like,
yeah, it's like what they used to say about Lucky, like, there are 5-minute spurts where he's definitely the best player in the world.
Yeah. Every now and then it's like, oh, that was an 11-minute spurt. That was big.
Oh, like, yeah. If you can make it last all day.
Yeah. One day.
Can we contain this power somehow?
All right, so we do get the Battlefield counter pick, and Vintage was getting the damage off at first, but Plup seems to have the better position here as this combo might be the one. Wow, it just converts into a kill at 50.
I can't believe you got a double fair out that fast. I swear his fairs come out faster than my fairs.
Yeah, definitely not fair. Plup has this ability to make everything a little bit faster than it should be. And look at this damage. Once again, the second combo he gets, 86% into a back air. This is the first counter pick that really feels strong, right?
Yeah, Plup kind of speedrunning this.
Yeah. Oh, finding a good combo, but not finding the tipper. Ooh. Oh my god, what is this? He's just aerials so fast that he doesn't need to combo because the aerials just connect into each other.
Yeah, he does those really fast. Like he's holding direction, right, when he does the fair so that he lands and immediately shield drops and gets the double.
Yeah. When you do like aerial, shield drop aerial with no drop frames, it's actually insane. So, jump stack here, now he finds the up tilt. This
you just get tricky. You get like a flash of the shield that barely comes out.
Yep.
Just the one frame shield before the shield drop.
Ooh, yep. Finding the back air. Plup losing exactly 1 stock to take 3. That was a very worthwhile counter pick.
Yeah, for sure. That was huge for Florida. They might just run away with it. Plup might just take the rest of the crew to the up.
It kind of felt like there was this like you had to keep them at bay the whole time because any one of the Florida players could run away with momentum. So we saw Gatsu, we're like, Gatsu might just go crazy. Okay, he didn't. Okay, you held him back. And then Mewtwo comes in, it's like, he might just go crazy. And then they held him back. We're like, all right. And then Plup just goes crazy. And you're like, oh, it felt like an inevitability that one of
just a matter of time.
off.
Yeah.
Good stuff to plup for taking momentum. Now it's either Bones or Beezum are going to have to go absolutely ham to sort of take momentum back. And I gotta imagine you're sending in Bones because you're kind of like the ace card that they have is like maybe we get to the Yoshi Marth matchup and then that pops off, you know? Like,
Yeah, Beezum did go crazy last night, but is Bones the anchor? It's hard to tell. They're all 5 of the MDVA crew seem comparable in skill.
Right. Yeah.
They all seem pretty close.
Yeah. So Bones might be the best player, like results wise, but not by much, right? Like Mog is right there, Tyler Swift is right there, and I don't know about like tournament results for Vintage and Beezum. I've like seen them around a little bit, but I feel like every time I see the like top 8s for MDVA tournaments, it tends to include like Tyler Swift and Bones and Mog if he entered. So
yeah.
We'll see. So.
But yeah, I wonder who they will send in. At this point, I bet they're just like, you do it. No, man, you do it.
Yeah, exactly. They're just rock, paper, scissoring.
No. I bet it's let me at him. No, let me at him.
Oh, okay. It's the opposite. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it's for sure the opposite. They both want a piece of plup.
Right. No one's afraid of plup.
That's the better narrative. I'll never know which one it is, so I'm just gonna go with that one.
Yeah. The positive
cost me $0.00 to up their character in my head.
They're either like sick as fuck and they're just like, let's fucking go, or they're quivering in their boots and like crying.
Yeah.
There's definitely no middle ground here.
Not at all.
So yeah, this is another one where we were saying the same thing about the Pikachu matchup, where like the Yoshi matchup is one where you don't really have experience unless you've been a top 10 player in the world. Then you have a ton of AMSA experience because you ran into him in a bunch of top 8s. And Plup has like demolished Yoshi at like Genesis top 8, you know?
Yeah.
So this is like kind of a scary one for me that I would probably just send Bones in, even though it's like Plup has a winning record against Mango as well. So what do you do, you know?
Yeah, no, I can't. This is definitely a what's your strategy to beat Plup? And you're just like, ugh.
Like, let's cheese him. And you're like, no, you can't cheese him. Geez, I'm out.
Yeah, you just hope for a miracle and you just go in and you do your best.
Yeah, like I think I just outplay him. Is that what I do? Like, yeah, just outplay him. It's fine.
If it were me, if I were going in, oh yeah, they're sending in Bones. If I were Bones, my strategy would be pretend he's not Plup.
Yeah, true. But you kind of gotta account for Plupisms. Because you're like, pretend he's not Plup. And then he teleports on the platform, and you're like, only Plup would do that.
Oh, that's true. That's true, too. Oh, man, I got nothing.
Yeah, it's tough. Bones definitely has, he's got a game plan, though, right? He's definitely the type of player he doesn't play just by like, let's see what happens. You know, he really kind of tries to rehearse his game plan. And so I imagine that he's kind of going to go into it trying to run it and kind of see if Plup can poke any holes in it. If anything, you figure out what it is that Plup does differently, and if it works, right? Like you can run the game plan, and everyone looks the same when they get hit. So it's actually super not true in Melee, though. There's so much defense once you get hit.
And we got Metafy.gg/bones.
Huge.
If anyone wants to hit him up on Metafy.
I think he just got picked up actually by Metafy.
Oh yeah? Is he a coach?
Yeah. So
cool. I remember seeing his name as like a top poster on Smashboards back in the day.
Yep. He has the OG. Well, not the OG. I think it got replaced at one point. But he has the OG Falco Frame data thread on Smashboards. Like he's the guy.
Cool. I have the Smashboards account called Ice Climbers.
Nice. Huge.
That's my piece of Melee history.
Yeah. Oh, we see Plup doing Plup things here.
The DI mix-ups. Yep.
Oh, and the double forward.
He's so good at predicting when his opponents are going to be DIing for the fair and just extending it.
Yeah, and the down air is like barely reactable. Like if you're like super looking out for it. But then there's an additional layer of where they can mix up which side of they hit you with the down air, and then there's another DI mix-up. So you're like, jeez.
Oh no, not the hitbox he needed.
Yep. The hitbox he deserved.
It was the hitbox. Oh, that's a cool way to cover tech in place. Is that a wave dash back pivot grab?
Yeah.
Or a turnaround grab? I couldn't tell.
Have you ever seen Sparks, like, you know that meme with like the galaxy brain?
The galaxy brain ways of covering second place.
Yeah, it was fucking like 15 pictures long or something.
Yeah, he's tried all of them.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. Oh my!
This week my second place coverage is.
Dude, Plup
We've
just
dashed
ran up,
place.
crouched under a laser, dashed out of crouch and killed him. Insane. He's so fast. You gotta shoot the absolute lowest lasers in order to hit Sheik crouching most of the time, and then you're afraid of her jumping over your lasers, so. Plup taking his time on the platform. Taco definitely has a weakness kind of like diagonally in front of him. Approaching platforms can be kind of hard, so.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
nice
Plup has
scoop.
all of these like cool no impact lands on platform on stadium.
True. That's one of those things where like lower level Sheiks, that's a weakness. The fact that you know impact land when you short hop because you'll like accidentally land.
Yeah.
And at high level, it just speeds you up.
Yeah, with Plup, it's all intentional. He never
Yeah.
accidentally does it on this stage.
Exactly. Ooh. Wow, Plup with the call out, just short hop naring him as he wave lands onto the side platform. And Plup is up 2-1. Kind of came into it with a stock deficit, turned into a stock lead.
Yep, the wave dash back to cover tech in place. Oh, he read it.
I like pretending that I'm going for reaction tech chases, but actually I'm just reading. Like you just do it with grab, and then they get scared because like, oh, he's reacting. I'm going to try to do this. Nah, I was reading all along.
I used to do the opposite, where I would never even pretend. I would say out loud, left.
Yeah. Oh. This could be a closeout. The down tilt scoop. Nair sent him the wrong way, but it might be enough. Not quite. Bones has a chance to take one more. Kind of feels like it doesn't matter that much. Yoshi having to take, 9 to 10 stocks at this point is going to be really hard. Maybe he pops off. Yeah. Bones trying to make
doing a lot of laser forward tilt.
Mm-hmm.
That one could have been. Oh, he takes it. I was going to say that one, he could have been a laser jab turnaround back air.
Yep. Yeah, knowing the knockdown percents for jab makes it way safer and more powerful. Oh my god, Plup with the CC grab right there. Super ready for it. And I think Sheik is potentially the best character in the game once you're this high percent, where all her moves come out instantly, last a long time, have no lag, and kill. So
Yeah.
more or less no weaknesses there once you're at 150%. Sheik able to close it out by just throwing out a wall of hitboxes. Plup has now taken, was it 3 off the first opponent? So 4, 5, 6,
After the
7?
first part, then 4, then
potentially more.
yeah, could potentially be more. He's on his third victim.
Yeah. And
so yeah, he's 7 in right now. And all that's left is Bzim, right?
Unless must have taken 9.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say unless they send in Mom, but they can't. They declared beforehand. Mom is an alternate on their team, by the way. But Bzim playing Yoshi is what we have on our piece of paper. Digital piece of paper.
You love digital pieces of paper.
You
can edit them easily. Like it was the mom all along.
Hey, this is the net play era. We have no proof that these people are who they say they are.
True.
We could just send our login information to anyone.
Like, let's go, Zane. Play Yoshi right now.
Yeah, with Bzim, like, there's really no one he would send it to.
Yeah, exactly.
Lives too far away. And, like, who else? Like, Whiskers? Like, Bzim could do about as well as Whiskers would.
Yeah, there's, like, 3 Yoshis in the world that could, like, play at that level, and we're like, it's hard to smurf at that point, you know?
Yeah. Just like, guys, I think this is a Bzim.
Yeah.
He's playing too clean. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
wait a second, this Yoshi's good at wave landing. Oh man! So having to beat 2 Sheiks, and then they can just choose to save Force at the end. At this point, counter pick order no longer matters because you're gonna have to go through everyone in order to win. So you could even just send in Force into Yoshi and just be like, all right, have fun, take as many as you want, and then see.
Yeah, if you don't beat them, no big deal. If you do, cool.
Yep. That being said, there's also a small chance Plup doesn't lose one. He is really good at this matchup if he chooses to play it like super optimally. He might play a little loosey-goosey given how much of a lead they have, but we'll see.
I think the biggest hope for Yoshi in this matchup is that the Sheik doesn't know where they're not broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So the Sheik will go in knowing that they're broken, but not knowing where. They're like, okay, I can chain grab him, but they don't know that the chain grab is avoidable on this DI double jump armor at like 35, 40%, right?
Yeah.
Once the Sheik knows that, and it's a big problem.
Yeah, they double up smash or double hit up smash you, and then like instead of getting reversal, they deal a 60% combo into a no jump fair, and then you're like, oh, now I have no jump and I'm dead. You know?
Yeah.
So, same thing with like the Yoshi's defensive tools are pretty good, right? Which you kind of Yoshi can kind of cycle between parry and then like double jump armor, land, CC, parry, double jump armor, and it's kind of like cycling through these defensive options. If Sheik overextends, it's easy to lose, right? But if Sheik just kind of says, no, I'm going to space right in front of you, and you're going to have to come into me, and then I'll whiff punish your stuff. That's when it feels really hard.
A Sheik that is good at knowing what and where the double jump armor, the parries will come. Like they'll try and parry the wave land off fair, right?
Yep.
And then the Sheiks that know that's exactly that, like the Yoshi's crouching middle of the stage, very obvious that they know what's coming, and then they just fall off the platform, grab them. They're just like, oh no,
yeah, got me. Yeah, because parry's only a 2-frame window, so it's like really hard to, like, easy to bait kind of if you like accept your timings at all. Now Sheik kind of has trouble with crouch canceling against normal characters, so Yoshi can crouch cancel in the air. So sometimes Sheiks who like are too aerial happy or too forward tilt happy are just gonna like, it's gonna feel like Yoshi's a tank who just like brute forces their way through all of your aerials and hits. But Sheik's grab is broken and Sheik's movement is better. So you kind of just like move until you find a real grab instead of like looking for these stray aerials and stuff. So, and if you land an aerial, just back off. You got your damage. You don't need to convert every hit, right? So
no, exactly. It's a lot of it is knowing that like on a normal character, this would be fairly safe, but versus Yoshi, I really gotta space the back air all the way, drift it all the way back, and just take the hit and be glad I got a hit. Because he is the counter hit master.
Yep.
Like the best counter hitter in the game, probably with grounded CC to 1,000,000, aerial CC.
Yep. And then parries, which is
and then parry.
Yeah, and those three cycle into each other. It's like crouch, parry, jump, aerial CC, land, crouch, parry. Like, good start. Almost found that down smash, but caught the first part of the up B, but turned into a first stock. Up getting his 68% off the grab right off.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly right there. Get the spaced back air and just know that I got a hit. That was good. That's all I'm getting though.
Yep. Oh, Yoshi kind of reaching those percents now where it's the aerials are all going to be really strong. Falling down air. That is it. Plup taking at least one. Already doing his job here. Oh, finding another shield grab. Yeah, a lot of knowing exactly which type of Yoshi's arrows are safe and unsafe. Getting the DI away here. Ooh, the shield drop up air extension instead of the up smash. Even more optimal.
Yeah, it's good because even if he double jump armors that, you're below the platform now. So it's harder to hit him with like a nair.
Yep. Yeah, because a lot of times when Yoshi double jump armors, he has to like keep going up a little bit, right? If he double jump armors the first few frames, he gets to fall right away. But he can't like armor and then like insta fast fall all the time. So, oh, and he finds another kill there. This might be curtains.
Yeah, this is Alez Bizem like becomes the best player in the world like right now. This crew battle is like nigh undoable.
Yeah.
Oh, the up tilt. Oh no, the good DI from Plup though.
Yeah, what a jerk. Come on, don't DI.
You're up so much. Do you really have to DI that well, Plup? Can you give him one follow-up, please?
Let us see who the counter pick's going to be, you know? Like, come on, you don't have to DI.
Let's talk about the Yoshi-Marth matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Guy's taking 10 stocks. What, he wants 11? Come on, greedy. Like... Oh, Yoshi almost getting the kill. Finding the soft hit back here there. And the dash attack.
There we go.
Hits him with the noggin. Bonk.
Dash attacking the ledge is like, I remember the CPUs used to do that in like 64. I always think about that. Like, that's a CPU edge guard.
That's so funny. Yeah, it actually is good too. It like covers the ledge for a long time. It beats like spacey side Bs. It's like an active hitbox that just kills. So
something Yoshi can do on any stage is you do that dash attack and then you fall off, then double jump backwards and you grab the ledge instantly. Yeah, but that's actually it's funny on Fountain of Dreams. That's something everyone can do if you can teeter drop.
Teeter. Yep. Oh man, T-drops are so sick.
You just dash attack the ledge. I remember Nick M. Whittier would tell me that Falcon Dittos are really lame on that stage because you can just dash attack edge guard into T-drop and it's just like a guaranteed edge guard.
That's so funny. Yeah. Man, I don't think I've seen people do the dash attack into the T-drop. I've seen, because like there are some players that spam the T-drop. Like I know SFAT does it a lot, and I think who was it? I think it was Ty. Had a clip of him doing the T-drop fast fall past the ledge and then down aired someone way low. Cool. Just looked ridiculous.
Did you see Magi versus Mog round 2 last night?
Oh, where she started spamming the side Bs?
Yeah, she did the side B edge cancel teeter drop She missed it 3 times first,
Yeah.
but she got it. Just like the set versus Mog, she got it eventually.
That's so funny. Nobody misses side B edge cancels heat drop 3 times in a row. Oh man. Yeah, something I think I talked to her about it a long time ago. Is like, so Falco, while teetering, if you do a grounded side B and shorten it, he won't fall off the ledge. So I was like, it'd be really funny to BM people by just doing side B shortens while teetering. Like, you're already all the way at the ledge and you just go nowhere. And it looked like that's what she was basically doing that, right? Like, she was doing like the jump side B shortens like 4 times in a row at one point, like the Omega BM. You'll love to see it.
Is round 3 today? Possibly. If there's time after the cruise, we may have round 3 today.
Yeah. I imagine the world will will it into place. Just has to happen. They both got salty. I know Magi after losing was Omega salty, and then Mog must have not felt great after that loss. I think I saw the stream a little bit. He had some words to say, you know. So
it was really funny. He literally is only upset that he couldn't shit talk on Twitter afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All he wanted.
That's
he doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the win or the loss. He's just like, man, I can't. Yeah. Respect on him though, because he realizes I lost. I got to hold it until I win.
Yep. Yeah, Mog's always been good at bringing the hype. He gets people riled up, you know. So I like that. That's something that feels like people used to do more. It's kind of like shit talk before and after sets, and then Mog is keeping that tradition alive.
Mog in the chat with the exasperated face. Hey man, I'm hoping for a good set today. I can't have it stay at 1-1. It doesn't feel right to me. I'm like anxious knowing it's 1-1.
And I think overall it's 7-7 in games too, which is actually
that's true.
So yeah, it's nothing has been resolved yet, you know. Damn. So we see Yoshi versus Marth, kind of what we were talking about before, where it's like it no longer matters. You no longer have to avoid the Yoshi Marth matchup because you can just chip away as many stocks as you can, and it doesn't matter anymore. So we'll see if set him up where Marth can just win. I don't know how much experience Forrest has in this matchup, but as a PM player, he's probably ready for the weird stuff, you know.
All right. So this is a weird one. Historically, Marth not very good versus Yoshi, just like statistically.
Yep.
But I think that's not because the matchup's bad per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Marths are somewhat unique amongst the top tiers, I think, where a lot of the top tiers kind of have the same more or less game plan versus everybody. Mm-hmm. But Marth has to play completely differently depending on who his opponent is, and Yoshi is a different matchup. If you try and go in and play Yoshi like you would a Captain Falcon, you're just going to lose.
Yeah.
None of the stuff that works on other characters works on Yoshi at all. And the things that you're going to go for are all like somewhat unique. Like, a lot of it is like you can't up throw Yoshi like at all.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just bad.
You just got to tech chase, and then it's the same with like what we were talking about with Sheik being susceptible to CC. Marth also kind of has that where like your aerials will get aerial like armored, like double jump armored at like 100% or something, and then you can just get reversals and stuff. Down tilt kills Marth at 0%. It's fixed knockback and it knocks him off stage, and if you get down tilted off stage, you die at 0, right?
Yeah, so, it's like a giant spike.
Exactly. So there's a lot of like cheese in this matchup you kind of got to get used to, and beating Yoshi for every character is more about exploiting Yoshi rather than exploiting your own strength, and like exploiting Yoshi's weaknesses instead of exploiting your own strength. And Marth exemplifies that even more because Marth's strengths almost don't matter in this matchup. It's really about how hard can you play around Yoshi's weaknesses.
Yeah, the things that Marth is used to doing versus everyone, he can't do versus Yoshi, but Yoshi can do to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He can get him off stage and he can gimp him with down tilt. He can gimp him with double jump armor, grab ledge if they try and sweet spot. It's all just like low percentage gimps on Marth, but Marth cannot gimp Yoshi.
Exactly. Yep.
A lot of these skills are going to be late.
I like watching the Marths get gimp, and I'm like, all right.
One thing that Marth can do to gimp Yoshi sometimes is I think tipper down smash breaks double jump armor.
Yeah.
At like relatively low percent.
Ooh, forward smash as well. Sometimes I see them just like forward smash at like 20, and even a non-tipper one can sometimes just break the armor. But then you need like one more hit to finish it off. And one thing I kind of mentioned before, Forrest, super top level PM player as well. And players who are top players in PM tend to be more ready for the weird mid-tier matchups because they're more down to like play around some weird stuff,
Yeah. They've got a lot more viable matchups in PM, so a skill that they have all acquired is learning how to play a matchup on the fly.
Yeah.
Like taking in data and applying it immediately.
Force, like, you think Yoshi's weird? Do you know what Squirtle's down B does? like who does?
No, actually, that's the bubbles, right?
Yeah, I played a Squirtle one time and did it full screen. It knocked me down. I died or something. I don't know what it does.
Any of those characters do.
Exactly.
Oh, got him out of the shield drop.
Yep, Force looking way too powerful here. Yoshi is at 121%. Is going to have to force talk his opponent. And then beat another person with a force talk.
Yeah, I like down smash right there. Yoshi's tech roll, not very good. That down smash would have covered basically any tech he did.
Yep. And at this point, he almost doesn't care if his aerials get armored. You're too high percent. Eventually, you die to Florida, right? That's like 230. So
hey, he's about to die from tipper up air.
Yeah, third hit side B. Took the jump. Actually broke the armor with the third hit side B. So that's another way to kind of guarantee the kill. Very nice stuff. Didn't even show that the Yoshi Marth matchup is dangerous. Forrest wanted to kind of show us, like, actually, we were fine all along. There was no counter pick for them.
Yeah. What started off as a shockingly close crew battle turned into Florida finishing it off with 2 whole players left.
Yep.
So it started out like refreshingly close. Like I was thoroughly enjoying how close MDVA was keeping it with what is on paper a busted crew.
Yep.
And then Florida kind of just like did what we expected them to do, which is Plup destroyed them.
Yep. And that's kind of the problem when the crew is that stacked, and it's like any one of the players could pop off. So you need to, like, every time you hold one back, it's like you haven't solved the problem yet. You're just delaying having to deal with it. And then eventually Plup pops off, and then it felt kind of doomed, right? So like, and any one of the 5 players potentially could have done that, right? So
but Tyler Swift doing great versus Gatsu, and Mog doing really good versus Mewtwo was awesome.
Yep. Yeah, those two very good matches. Yep. So our next match is going to be the crew battle between the Midwest and East Canada, I think it is. But before then, we're going to go to a quick break, so don't go anywhere.